So Anthropic just launched Claude 3.7 Sonnet and Claude Code. So we're gonna see if it's better than the competition. What is Claude Code? And a bunch of examples of people using Claude 3.7 for free. So let's take a look. It all started with a tweet. As you can see, introducing Claude 3.5 Sonnet, our most intelligent model to date. It's a hybrid reasoning model, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute, producing near instant responses or extended step-by-step thinking. So let's take a quick look at this demo video here. So first of all, it has completely transparent reasoning. This is one thing that is very important. As you can see, everything that the model is thinking, it's going to give to you. And this is obviously very important for transparency, but also people like to see that more. So let's keep going. And making a game at the end you can run inside of Claude because of Claude artifacts. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the hybrid reasoning model, and this being the first beating ChatGPT to this mission. And that's basically combining a normal model like, for example, 4o with the reasoning model, which is the o3 model. Having these in combination, and then the model itself saying, oh, I actually need to reason on this and actually think and develop itself and then give you the answer. It will actually pick that itself in combination with the near instant responses that we have been seeing before. I'm not sure how many tokens per second or per minute. Can you check how fast it is actually, Mike? However, it is completely available now to all Claude plans, including free, Pro, Team, and Enterprise, as well as Anthropic API, Amazon Bedrock, and Google Cloud. Now, you might be wondering how it compares to other models. So this girl, Poonam, on X, actually compared them with the same prompt here. Claude 3.7 here in the top left, Grok 3 on the right, you have Gemini on the lower left-hand side, and DeepSeek R1 on the bottom right side. And what happened was that she actually asked a poll here to say which one is better, where the majority of people actually said Claude 3.7 Sonnet. But we have a bunch more examples to show you right after we dive a little bit deeper into the Claude code. So what is that all about, and how can you use this model for coding? Let's take a quick look here.
We're going to show you an example of it in action.
So we have a project here. It's a Next.js app. Let's open it up in an instance of Claude Code. Now that we've done this, Claude Code has access to all of the files in this repository. We don't know much about this codebase. It looks like an app for chatting with a customer support agent. Let's get Claude to help explain this codebase to us. Claude starts by reading the higher level files, and then it dives in deeper. Now it's going through all the components in the project. Cool. Here's its final analysis.
So say I was asked to replace this left sidebar with a chat history.
So there you can see you can basically take your own code and repository, put it inside, and it will actually start reading it, understanding it. And then when we continue through this video, you can see how it actually just chats with the chatbot to update the UI here on the screen. But you might be thinking, like, is this actually good, or what do people think about it? So here you can see this user on Reddit just said, I just tried Claude 3.7 Sonnet. What the actual F is this beast? I'll be canceling my ChatGPT membership And that's what everybody says. They're like, yeah, I found the newest thing and I'm going to cancel it right away. ChatGPT might be just around the corner with another update. However, as you can see, he tried it on UI and back-end code with a single prompt, and it nailed everything perfectly. I never believed AI could replace top expert programmers. Sure, it might handle the average ones, but never the elite. Yet today, I honestly think that in just 2 to 5 years, it could absolutely destroy even the best of the best. This shit is insane. Here, another user said, I found Sonnet 3.5 excellent, and a few hours with 3.7. It is going to be my new favorite. It seems like the community is really interested in and really enjoying it. For me, I tested it yesterday myself, and it's hard to say. I tried to do the free plan, and of course, all the LLMs and the prompts that I was testing it on was quite simple, and I just was looking for tone and format and stuff like that, and I didn't see much of a big improvement on basic use cases. However, I really like Claude 3.5 Sonnet, the previous model, for just conversational tone and for content writing itself. So I would love to test it even more with more advanced prompts. Did you find anything about the output speed, Mike?
It was quite hard to find because I couldn't see any official benchmarks that they've shared. But according to ChatGPT, and again, take that with a grain of salt, it says supported rates ranging from approximately 42 to 100 tokens per second.
Yeah, that may be true or maybe not. I don't know if they have actually given any real response to it. It might be up to, I believe, like 500 to 1,000 seems more reasonable tokens per second in comparison to like Grok was extremely fast, and I bet it's similar. So yeah, let's take that with a grain of salt. But let's see what people have actually been able to do with it. So this post here from Javaid. Hey, by the way, if you like this video, click on subscribe. Also check out the full video over on our podcast channel. You can find that in the link in the description. Now, let's get back to it. Let's see what people have actually been able to do with it. So this post here from Javaid gave us 10 wild examples that we can see here. The first one being an animated weather card. Of course, this update is very good for coders and UI, UX designers. Here we have a 3D city built in one shot. It's an absolutely incredible, it looks like a vector sort of design here that has a bunch of cars driving around in the city and skyscrapers that have, you know, a shape. It's simple, but I had never seen anything like this. I bet you can even make your own tiny little simulation games in just one single prompt. That's very interesting. Next, it was able to build a Next.js SaaS marketing template. So here you can see that he's writing in the code in the backend while actually having this template that he can plug and play for customers. And I gotta say that it looks really, really beautiful. And to see that coding, web design, and all of this is merging is really interesting to see. Here we got a Minecraft Claude in one prompt. Just building games in a single prompt. 3D racing game in the browser. Wow, that's really cool. Man, I gotta test this out more. Here we got a snake game for the Apple Watch, being able to write code directly for the Apple Watch. And here, let's actually see what happens in the end here. It actually managed to do this. Of course, the snake game coding prompt has evolved over time now, where people actually have a snake game that is actually an AI snake game that it can actually play itself in one prompt. So seeing this is really cool. Here we also have Claude 3.7 Sonnet paired with Claude Code that can generate a complete glass-like design system in a single pass. For me, one of my favorite design trends is the glass windows. So seeing that it's actually able to create this is, I guess it's not really like a surprise anymore. I feel like when we're watching these examples, it's almost like expected at this. What can we say? Like, this is incredible.
I mean, yeah, if you maybe showed that to someone like a year ago, then they'll go like, wow, I've never seen that before. But now those examples get like just crazier each time and just doesn't impress people as much. Obviously, what the model does is very impressive. Like, just compare that with Claude 3 or older versions. That there's only so much you can do, I think.
Yeah, it's like now we need examples like, oh, they just cured this disease or that disease, or oh, autonomous driving. Oh, he just built a entire Photoshop clone in one shot, and it's like, oh, 100 views on X. That's that's about it. We need the crazy examples to be able to be impressed here. But yeah, as you can see, we're entering this new era of being able to generate softwares with just single prompts all along. And this is one of the things that I believe is going to happen in the future, that we have an AI operating system that instead of all these different softwares and different tools, we basically just ask the AI, make me a Photoshop clone. And then it actually makes that software for you just using natural language, and actually makes the apps a lot better just based on user feedback. This is one of those times where I feel like we're close to be able to do just more interesting stuff, building a lot faster. It really feels like a turning point with AI now, that it's just getting smarter and smarter and smarter at the rate that we almost can't perceive. So that was Claude 3.7 Sonnet. Again, you can go and test it out for free with the Pro team and Enterprise plan. Highly recommend going and checking it out, as well as the Claude code, and tell us what you think about it in the comments.
And if you can come up with even crazier use cases than what we've seen today, then let us know as well.
Hey, so if you loved this clip, we actually have a full-length podcast that you can check out in the link in the description down below. A lot more to cover. All right, see you there.